Hello everyone. Today we have Search Reading Handout 3. The reading text in the handout was about an element, argon. There were 8 questions in the handout and I'm going to explain the answers to you in this video. Question 1 mentions the areas where argon is used. In the reading, we have a part titled Argon Applications. It means usage, where it is used. So the answer to this question was in this paragraph. Argon is used in these areas. I highlighted them here. They are also in the reading text, such as packaging of foods, lighting, and metal industry. It is indispensable because it prevents air from reaching something like aluminium and magnesium. The answer here is metal alloys and metals. We can find the answer in the reading text in this sentence. Its role, its importance, it's indispensable. Why? Because it prevents air, which means it excludes. Okay, so prevent and exclude are used as synonym verbs here. Exclude from contact with something. Reaching is the synonym here. Metal alloys like aluminium and magnesium. So aluminium and magnesium are the examples of the things in the blank. What are those things? Metal alloys and metals. So if you keep reading, you have such as, which is the synonym of like in the question. Okay, so this is how you should follow the sentences in the reading text. So question 2 talks about the use of argon in steel production. It is used in the production of steel. Why? To keep the heat and content even. It is the same idea here. Lessen the sulfur level. Synonym lower sulfur levels. The same idea again. Into the melt. And the final reason is to discard unwanted gases. This is the answer, such as hydrogen. So discard is a verb which is synonymous with remove here. To remove unwanted gases such as nitrogen and hydrogen. So if you follow again the sentences, you will see that the question uses the synonym of the words given in the reading text. As for question 3, it includes information about the process of decarbonization. It means the reduction of carbon content. The answer in the text is under the part titled Stainless Steel Production. And it starts from here, where you should find the answer. Argon is not involved in the process directly, it says here. So the idea given in the question is here. The argon does not directly participate in the decarbonization reaction, okay? But what does it do instead? Helps to maintain. It contributes to keeping. Keeping here is used as a synonym to the verb maintain. A thermodynamic driving force to maintain it. And if you keep reading, you have the sentence, as more carbon is removed, which means the more carbon is released, the higher the ratio of argon to oxygen gets. The ratio of argon to oxygen is increased. So the same message is given here, which is essential. Why? To maintain the desired thermodynamic conditions. So, to maintain in providing the necessary. Arkadaşlar, be careful because after the verb here, maintain, you have the desired, the adjective here. But in the question, you are already given the adjective necessary. So you shouldn't write the word desired. You should only get thermodynamic conditions from the text and put it in the blank. Okay? The desired and necessary are already synonyms and the adjective is already given in the question. So you do not need to rewrite it. Okay? So the answer is thermodynamic conditions only. The answer to question 4 was in the paragraph which included information about the semiconductor industry. Here the question says argon has been used in everyday applications since 1913. Generally the dates, years, days, time expressions are great clues in search reading. They make it easy for you to find the answer since 1913. So we have the date here, so we can try to find the answer in this part. So argon has been used in everyday applications since 1913. It also says this here. And with tungsten filament bulbs, we use it in this for this purpose. Why? Because it does not react with tungsten even at extreme temperatures. It says here, argon is chosen because it doesn't react with the tungsten even at very high temperatures. It is the same idea. In addition, argon's low heat conductivity and relatively high molecular weight mean that tungsten evaporates more slowly. So this causes the bulb to last longer. Here we have it enables the bulb to do something, right? Enable something to do something. We have, instead of enable, cause in the reading text. So after to, you need a verb to last longer. So the answer is here. When you continue reading, you will see with its low heat conductivity and high molecular weight, this expression, it's given in the reading text before the answer. It's an advantage in addition to its ability to work even at very high temperatures. Okay, so the answer is last longer. Question 5 was about the use of argon in the food industry. So the keyword here is the food industry. In the reading text, we have a part titled the same. And here it says the physical properties of argon have made it preferred by the food industry. Okay, so how does argon help in the food industry? We will learn this now. It contributes to longer something, okay? It contributes to. So argon physical properties offer certain advantages over the nitrogen, oxygen, or carbon dioxide atmospheres or gas mixtures typically used in MAP to do something, to prolong shelf life. Here, shelf life is given in the question, and before that you have longer. Okay, longer is an adjective. After an adjective, you need a noun. In the reading text, you have prolong. Prolong is a verb. It means make it longer. So in the question, you are already given the adjective longer. So you don't need to rewrite the verb prolong. You need to get the noun from this sentence. Prolong something. Prolong what? Shelf life. Longer shelf life, okay? And ensure the freshness of packaged foods. The idea here is given as rewritten in the question. It keeps packaged foods fresh and prevents the food from going off for longer periods. It is given here, okay? And question 6 was about the effects of argon on our health. Here it says the inhalation of supersaturated air with argon can even lead to death as people lose the ability to do what? when they lose consciousness. So inhalation means breathing in this air. So this substance, argon, can be absorbed into the body by inhalation. Yes, we have it in our body. And then this might cause supersaturation of the air, and then it may pose a risk of suffocation, which means dying because there is no air to breathe when it is inhaled. And inhalation in excessive concentrations can result in, what is the result? If you inhale, if you breathe the argon in, you might have dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and loss of consciousness. You might lose your consciousness. And as a result of all of these, death may occur. Okay, why? Because of this. You lose consciousness. Okay, you lose the ability to do something when you lose consciousness. What is this? You should find this in the reading text. Loss of consciousness, as they prevent self-rescue. So if you don't have the consciousness in place, you don't know what to do and you don't know how to rescue yourself. Okay, self-rescue means rescue yourself. So it makes it difficult for you to find a way to rescue yourself when you don't have consciousness. So people inhale argon and then they might lose their consciousness, and finally they might lose the ability to self-rescue and then die. Okay, here, as they prevent self-rescue, self-rescue here is used as a noun. It can also be a verb. It is important to know part of speech of words in this kind of questions as well. So I advise you to study different parts of speech of a word given in a reading text, something that you learn for the first time. And that's why you can also use it as a verb, the ability to self-rescue when they lose consciousness. Okay, so that is the answer here. Be careful with parts of speech. I warn you for the last time. Yes, this was the answer to question 6. Let's move on to question 7. Okay, what is the effect of argon on the environment? So it has some bad effects on our health, but what about the environment? Here, the question says, although argon seems to be environmentally friendly, whether it affects what is not known yet. Okay, it seems to be environmentally friendly. The reading says, there is no known ecological damage caused by argon and no adverse environmental consequences are expected. Okay, here the same thing. However, so you have although in the question, we have however in the reading text. The effects of argon on what are not currently known for sure, is not known yet. Here it says, in the reading it says are not currently known. So its effects on what? Plants or animals. Okay, so if affect here is a verb, here you have effects of argon as a noun. Okay, the answer is plants or animals. So the final question is 8, and it's about the brain and argon. In the reading text, we have a part titled Current Research on Argon and the Brain. So this is where the answer should be. The question says the brain seems to be protected as a whole. Here in the reading, we have the same idea. The brain as a whole seemed protected by argon, but some damage was done. So the reason for this could be this, no penetration to that region, or because different regions have different cell types and cell densities. In the question we have as there is variation in the cell types and cell densities, so this is the answer, variation in something. So after variation, we need a noun. In the sentence here we have different, but you don't need to write it because you already have variation in the question. Okay? So you should only keep cell types and cell densities for the answer. So that was the end of the video. Thank you for listening. I hope you find the explanations helpful.